Hey there! Welcome to our channel, Fracking Creations, a channel where we show you the good stuff. If it's your first time watching our videos, we hope you enjoy it as much as we love to make them. In today's video, we'll go over the top 7 useful tech to bring on your next trip abroad or getaway vacation. If you want more great videos, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. No matter how much we'd all like to get away from technology, it can be very difficult to. Unless you're taking a vacation specifically to get away from technology and the everyday hustle and bustle, having access to it only makes your life easier and more enjoyable. So on your next trip, consider bringing these 7 tech essentials. Number 1. Travel Plug Adapter. Whether it's your smartphone, laptop, electric toothbrush, hairdryer, or flat iron, you will need to plug it into the electrical outlet to use it or to charge it. There are 2 main things that are important to keep in mind, especially when it comes to electricity from the wall: the socket types and the voltage system. Different parts of the world have different socket types and voltages, as can be seen here. Note that this is a general listing. There are actually more plug types and differences, but generally speaking, these are the most common ones. It's best to look up what socket type and voltage system the country you're visiting or traveling to is using. As you can see, the plug type for your device may not fit in the wall socket for the country you are visiting. That is where a useful travel plug adapter comes in. You can find basic ones like these to better ones with more features and functions like USB-A and USB-C power ports. With something like this, you won't need to bring multiple USB chargers with you if you have more than one device or have one or more traveling companions that also need USB power. And you can still plug in any device that needs power from the wall socket or even another USB charger. Now this next part you have to pay close attention to, because if you don't, you can hurt yourself, damage your devices, cause a fire, or even blow a fuse or trip a circuit breaker. Why is that, you ask? It's because the different socket types are meant to prevent you from plugging in devices meant for different voltage systems. For example, a hairdryer like this is only meant for North American 110 volts and has a Type A plug. If you use a plug adapter and then plug it into a 230 volt wall socket, 230 volts will run through it and burn it out. You can kiss your hairdryer goodbye. Your best bet is to only bring devices that already support dual voltage systems. Luckily, a lot of the electronics these days come supporting 100 to 240 volts, and all you need to do is use a plug adapter. Look for this when buying your devices or check your existing devices. It's easy. So be careful when using plug adapters because they do not convert the voltage that you get from the wall socket. Number 2. Portable video camera. When on vacation, who doesn't like to capture the special moments to remember or share on social media? Because everyone has a smartphone nowadays, that's usually the go-to device since it's with you all the time, it's portable, take pictures, videos, and allows you to post on social media. But consider bringing a dedicated device like the DJI Osmo Pocket, an action camera like this one from Sony, or anything else that is smaller than a smartphone. When you have dedicated cameras like these, you can catch the action easier with one-handed operation. You can put these away easily in your pocket and pull them out just as fast. When we were on our recent trip to Europe, my wife and I used our cell phones and the DJI Osmo Pocket to capture our experiences. The Osmo Pocket was great as it allowed me to get great videos that are professional looking. It was easy to use with one hand and it boots up within 4 seconds. It's a handheld gimbal camera that is 3-axis stabilized for smooth videos, something that most smartphone cameras can't compete with at this time. We actually got stopped several times by people wondering what this was, and when I showed and explained it to them, they were very intrigued and wanted to know where to get one too. If you are interested, you can get one from our affiliate links in the video description below. During our 3-week vacation, I used it with a high-speed 128GB Lexar microSD card, which was more than enough storage for all the HD videos and pictures I took. It can shoot slow motion, full HD, and 4K Ultra HD at many different frames per second from 24 up to 60. The battery even lasts over 2 hours in HD 30 frames per second mode. It can also connect to your phone for many more features, a larger screen, content creation, and downloading of recorded content. As you can see, having a dedicated recording device is great to have for a trip. Whether it's your action camera or this DJI Osmo Pocket, You want something that's easy to use one-handed, small, can shoot all kinds of content, and can allow you to transfer the files to your smartphone easily for sharing on social media. Number 3. HDMI Adapter for screen mirroring. Whether you go with a tour company or are touring on your own, you will likely end up doing a lot of walking. After a long day of walking non-stop, it would be nice to sit back and watch some of your favorite shows or stream your favorite YouTube channels on a big screen HD TV. Since most hotels, Airbnbs, and VRBOs usually come with large HD TVs these days, all you need is an adapter that lets you connect your smartphone or tablet to the HDMI port of the TV. No need to pay for expensive hotel movie rentals anymore. There are at least 6 ways you can do this: MHL adapter, slim port adapter, Lightning digital AV adapter, Miracast, All Sharecast, and Chromecast. For this video, I will cover the MHL adapter, as that is what I used with my tablet. Let's see how the MHL adapter is used and what you need. Once you have the right adapter, hook up your MHL adapter as follows. Connect the adapter to power. Connect the HDMI extension cable to the adapter and TV. This part can be tricky as the HD TVs in hotels generally don't leave you much room to plug in the cable. But with some investigation and persistence, you should be able to find a free HDMI port to use. Connect the adapter to the smartphone or tablet. Change TV input. Now your screen should be mirrored on the TV. When looking for MHL adapters, don't buy the wrong MHL cable. There are passive MHL cables that don't have the adapter part. These are just plain cables with a USB plug at one end and an HDMI plug at the other. Because the passive version of the MHL cable doesn't have the adapter part, it requires that the TV has the adapter built in. Since you don't know what brand of TV you will get, you cannot rely on the TV having MHL capabilities. The last tip on this is to make sure you bring an HDMI cable to connect the MHL adapter to the TV, and also the appropriate USB cable to power your MHL adapter. Make sure to check our video description below for websites you can use to see which adapter your device needs. Number 4. VPN. So what is a VPN? It's an acronym for Virtual Private Network. It's a service that you use to protect yourself when accessing the internet. Often, when traveling abroad or even when traveling within your own city, you may have to use free Wi-Fi. Free Wi-Fi is a great place for hackers to steal your personal info like passwords to emails or online banking accounts and more. From local coffee shops, airports to hotels and Airbnbs, you always want to make sure you are protected. There's absolutely no safety in any of these free Wi-Fis. No one monitors them and it's open for anyone connected to snoop. Just imagine you are in a cafe and you were talking to a salesperson on the phone to make a purchase for something. You probably wouldn't just talk out loud and start telling her your full name, home address, credit card number, etc., right? Everyone in the cafe can hear you, and anyone can write this information down and use it to commit crime later. Well, on free Wi-Fi, you could be doing just that when you access your emails, websites, or banking sites online without proper protection. Using a VPN will be like whispering to a friend in a secret language that only the two of you know and telling her all the personal information mentioned before and what you want to buy. She then goes to a private room to make a call to the salesperson to make your purchase. Using a VPN is like having that friend, but for your online activities. These days, there are many good VPN service providers that you can pay for and use. All you do is install their app and use it to select a VPN server to connect to. Once connected, your online activities on that device is protected since all the data going in and out of it will be encrypted. Additionally, VPNs work well with streaming your favorite shows or accessing your favorite sites while on vacation. Sometimes, Netflix, Hulu, or other websites can be blocked based on where you are accessing the web from in the world. Some people get around this kind of region blocking by using a VPN and connecting to a VPN server from a valid region. Doing this makes the website or service you are using think that you are connecting from a different location. For example, if you're in Europe but the show you want to watch is region locked to the USA, then select a USA-based VPN server to connect to, and that's it. Stream or browse like you did before from home. Number 5. External battery packs. I think this one goes without saying, and most people have one now, but if you don't, you should consider it. New phones get thinner and thinner while battery life doesn't get much better, in some cases worse. So bringing an external battery pack like one of these will help keep you connected and taking pictures and videos all day long. Of course, larger capacities equal more available power on the go. Note that large capacity battery packs take longer to charge, so always charge them whenever you can, but especially overnight. On our trip, the external battery pack helped to keep our cell phones and the DJI Osmo Pocket charged and recording all day long. We actually kept the Osmo Pocket plugged in the whole day and while recording. That way, we can extend the lifespan of its internal battery. Depending on the devices you plan on charging with them, make sure to get one that can output enough amps. Some devices like tablets won't charge or will take longer to charge if the amp output rating is too low. Just one word of caution, buy a reputable brand and not a cheap knockoff. Often, knockoffs actually have a lower capacity than advertised. Batteries with charge indicators will help to know how much charge you have left. And of course, a travel backpack like this pairs well with a battery pack since you can just plug and go. Lastly, when you choose a battery pack, you want one that will start charging a device as soon as you plug it in. Ones that need you to press a button to turn it on won't work well with the backpacks, because every time you want to start charging, you have to reach inside the backpack to turn it on. Number 6. USB drive and adapters. If you're going to take a lot of pictures and videos on your trip, you will want to have a backup in case something happens to your portable video recorder or smartphone. It could get damaged, lost, or stolen. So backing up your only copy will be important. Even more so if you're going to use the footage for more purposes like videos for your YouTube channel. You will want one that is large in capacity and also fast. Don't buy cheap ones here because you always get what you pay for. Cheap ones will always use lesser quality components that can be a lot slower in file transfers and are less reliable. Of course, you will need to bring appropriate adapters to enable you to plug your USB drive to your phone or device. For the Osmo Pocket, I used a micro SD to USB adapter and then a USB-A to USB-C adapter. My video and picture files from the DJI were first transferred to my smartphone, then transferred to the USB drive. A slow process, but necessary to make sure I have a backup. Note that we didn't bring a laptop. A laptop could make this backup process a lot faster. Number 7. LED pocket flashlight. In general, a pocket flashlight like this everyday carry one is a must-have when traveling anywhere. You want one that uses a common battery that you can buy at any convenience store because it's easier and a lot faster to get this back up and running when you use up the battery. And in any emergency situation, there may not be any electricity or electrical outlet where you are for charging. You might even be on the move, and recharging using solar power takes forever and doesn't work at night, so recharging is not always an option. Another reason I like these types of flashlights is that they are very small, so easy to fit in the pocket or purse. These ones here take AAA batteries, so they are very compact. They also happen to be very bright because they use quality LED bulbs and electronics to give a consistent beam of light output. Some models even have different output modes like high, low, and strobe. Because these ones use smaller AAA batteries, they can last 30 minutes on high output or over an hour on low. When choosing, you might want to consider twist style instead of button style on-off switches. I find that sometimes the button style ones are unknowingly switched on while in my pocket, so that's another point to consider. You can find lower price ones like this that are around $15 all the way up to ones like this that are premium and made out of blue titanium that are $55. In the end, the choice is yours, so choose a size that you're comfortable carrying around with you and in the price point that suits your budget. Well, there you have it, 7 tech essentials for your next vacation. Do you think you will try some of these, or do you have suggestions of your own? Let us know in the comments. Thanks again for watching until the end, and look out for more great videos to come.